Hello everyone. My stomach and throat have been hurting for the past few days, so I decided to go get a checkup. So I also want to show you how much healthcare costs in Vietnam. Every time I hear about the cost of medical consultations, tests, or treatment in Western countries, I appreciate even more how special my experience here in Vietnam is. Some medical expenses here may not seem particularly small, but when compared with healthcare costs in some Western countries, the difference can be truly shocking. It wasn't until I heard stories about medical bills in other countries that I realized how precious it is to have access to healthcare at a cost I can actually afford. Since I don't have health insurance, I'll be seeing a doctor in the private consultation area. The first thing I need to do when I arrive at the hospital is get a medical record book and take a number for my appointment. To give everyone a clearer look at the process of getting a medical record book, I asked a hospital staff member to help me film the process with my phone. This is my medical record book, my queue number, and the consultation room I need to go to. I'll be seeing the doctor in consultation room 6, and my queue number is 008. I'll sit here and wait until it's my turn. I read an article about an American woman named Anna. She shared that in the US, getting an appointment with a specialist can sometimes take anywhere from a month to a year. Whereas in Vietnam, you can see a doctor on the same day, and the cost of treatment is much cheaper. Is that really true? If you had stomach pain and had to wait that long, how could you possibly endure it? If anyone knows, please let me know. Finally, it's my turn to see the doctor. After spending 15 minutes explaining my symptoms to the doctor, they gave me a form listing the tests, and examinations I needed to undergo so they could assess my condition. I'll have an ECG done first. The consultation fee listed on this form is 250,000 VND, which is about $10. The ECG costs about $2.10. An abdominal ultrasound costs about $18. A neck ultrasound to check for thyroid nodules costs about $16. The total cost of my tests and examinations was about $46. If all the tests come back normal, I'll proceed with the gastroscopy and an H. pylori test. I've just had my ECG and everything looks fine. I'm going to use the restroom before having my abdominal and neck ultrasounds. The restroom here is very clean, and there's even a hand dryer. I'm waiting to have my abdominal and neck ultrasounds. There are quite a lot of people waiting for their turn to have an ultrasound, just like me. This is the largest hospital in the area where I live, so there are a lot of patients here. The current queue number on the display is 1043. My queue number is 1057. so I still have 14 more people ahead of me before it's my turn. I've been waiting for more than 30 minutes for my turn. After 12 minutes of the ultrasound, I got my results. There is a thyroid nodule measuring more than 1 centimeter in the right lobe of my thyroid, along with several small cysts. The left side has similar findings. That explains why my neck sometimes hurts and why I have difficulty swallowing. Thankfully, my abdominal ultrasound showed no abnormalities, and everything looked normal. Now I'm going to have a gastroscopy. Since this is a medical procedure, I need to receive a thorough consultation beforehand. When you arrive, a staff member will guide you through everything and even helped me film a few short clips. I'm currently being briefed on the gastroscopy procedure. I have 2 options, a sedated gastroscopy or a gastroscopy without sedation. A sedated gastroscopy is painless, but it's more expensive, costing over $50. With an unsedated gastroscopy, I'll be fully awake and may feel more discomfort during the procedure, but it's much cheaper, costing around $15. After thinking it over, I decided to have the gastroscopy without sedation. Because I don't have a family member with me during the procedure, and more importantly, I want to save money. I'll try my best to endure the discomfort since the procedure only takes about 5 minutes. I've never had a gastroscopy before, but I've done some research online. Inserting a tube into the stomach through the mouth will probably be quite uncomfortable. Since I'm not being sedated, I don't need to change into a hospital gown. After waiting for 10 minutes, I finally had my gastroscopy. The gastroscopy was over very quickly, but honestly, it was really painful. I couldn't hold back my tears and started crying after the gastroscopy. It was really painful and uncomfortable, and it made me gag repeatedly. Now I finally understand why so many people choose to have a sedated gastroscopy. Maybe they simply don't want to go through all that pain. I had to try to stay calm and take my results back to consultation room 06. Based on the test results, the doctor will determine what condition I have and recommend a treatment plan for me. The doctor will explain my condition, prescribe medication, and record information about my diagnosis in my medical record book. Once the doctor has a clear understanding of my condition, they will prescribe medication, and I'll go to the hospital pharmacy to get my medicine. I started my medical checkup at 7 a.m., and now it's already past 11 a.m. So, I've spent more than 4 hours getting all the medical examinations I needed. In your country, how much would it cost? And how long would it take to get the same medical examinations and treatment that I had?
Xin mời bệnh nhân Bùi Thị Ngọc, 78 tuổi, vào khám yêu cầu 06.
These are the results of my stomach examination. I had stomach pain, along with heartburn and acid reflux, so I decided to get checked. The gastroscopy results showed that I have gastritis, specifically inflammation of the stomach lining. The doctor prescribed some medication, but I didn't buy it. I already have some medicine at home with similar ingredients, so I'll take those instead and save the money I would have spent on new medication. There are many medical emergencies every day, so ambulances are constantly coming and going. While waiting for the bus to pick me up, I passed by a small flower market nearby, so I'll take you all around and show you. This little pot for the mini plant is really beautiful. I'm sure you'll love these decorative pieces. They're used to create miniature landscapes or small rock gardens. They're mainly made from terracotta. Each piece has a different price depending on its size, but a small statue like this costs around $1 for dollars. These pebbles are sold by the kilogram at around $4 per kilogram. There are also so many beautiful flowering plants here. Some of them are so unfamiliar to me that I don't even know their names. This plant smells really lovely, but I don't know what kind of ornamental plant it is.
chưa? Đẹp chưa?
Besides the small statues, there are also many larger ones. They're more expensive, around $20, $100, because they're made with a lot of time and meticulous craftsmanship.
Ui, đẹp thế.
Besides flowers, they also sell a wide variety of fruit trees here.
Ui, đẹp chưa?
There are also many different kinds of dried medicinal herbs here.
Có cái củ này là về trồng được à?
This is a type of medicinal
Thế đây là
ginseng
cây, nhưng mà
plant.
đây là cây gì
You
nhỉ?
can use the upper part of the root, while the lower part can be replanted in the soil and will continue to
Nhưng mà đây là
grow.
cây gì?
This plant is believed to help nourish the body and support the
Chưa
immune
nghe bao giờ.
system.
À,
Dried
đây chắc ké
jasmine
đầu ngựa ở đây đúng
flowers.
không? Cảm ơn. Ôi có cả phôi lấm linh chi luôn đấy. Sao rẻ thế à?
Only $10 per lingi mushroom
Rẻ
growing
em
block.
Ôi, rẻ thế em nghi ngờ nhân sinh. Vâng.
After looking around the plant market, I headed home. I was given a mooncake as a gift. In a little over 30 days, it will be the Mid-Autumn Festival. Mooncakes are a traditional treat during the Mid-Autumn Festival, but these days, they're already widely available for sale. The mooncake is sweet and really delicious. The outer layer of the mooncake is made from roasted glutinous rice flour mixed with sugar syrup. The filling comes in many varieties, such as lotus seed paste, salted egg yolk, taro, mixed nuts and meats, and more. Flattening the cake a little before eating makes it taste less sweet. This mooncake has a salted egg yolk filling. The mooncake is so sticky and chewy that it got stuck in my already sore throat. I need to swallow it little by little to ease the pain. My other dogs have probably gone out to play in the fields. Only Tai2 Badge and Map are at home. Now I'm going to sweep the yard and tidy up the house. See you all in the next video. Thank you all for coming along with me on my medical checkup.